What's up YouTube, Barcode here, bringing you another Heir of Light video. This video is going to be about account reviews. I used to do them 9 months ago, and I want to do them again because they were definitely fun. They helped out the people that were requesting the account review, and also people that could be in the same situation, predicament, whatever the case may be. If you want to request a account review, just go comment down below your in-game name, your server, your top 3 goals, and what kind of status you are. If you're free to play, minnow, whale, whatever the case may be, because it makes a difference in progressing on what you want to do. Okay, I just want to give a quick shout out to CM Heylel and Dev Team Leo for putting this together. I actually made the actual banner, but they put it into the game, and that's awesome at their request as well. So thank you guys. I also want to give a quick shout out to the people that came to my Saturday night stream. I will be streaming every Saturday night at 10 p.m. Central when I am available. And I am definitely planning to stream at least 1 time every week because of the Charlotte video, maybe even 2, even though it didn't hit 200 likes. But you can always go to that video and like it and kind of confirm that. So but I just want to give a quick shout out to the people that came. It was about average 20 to 30 viewers, and it was a fun time. Everybody was fun, and it was a great community that was there. I didn't get anything really good besides Light Usher, which I plan on transcending my own. So but I have a lot of fodder to fuse now, which is going to be a different video, but this video is going to be account reviews. So let's go to the first account review. First up on the account review list is MJBgood. He is on the global server, so shout out to him. Goal number 1 that he is trying to accomplish is to auto floor 12 awakening dungeons. Now the best way to go about this is you need 4 of the same class, obviously, of a 15,000 CP rating. Okay, like for example, Water Camilla, you already have that requirement, 16,850. You're already over 15,000. For healers and supports, which I may have gotten wrong before, but after looking at it, healers and supports, you only need 13,000. So it's much easier to complete the healer and the supports floor 12 awakenings. So you could always focus on that first since it's easier. I don't know your pay to win status because I didn't ask you that to begin with, so I apologize. But if you're free to play, the best way to go about it, and I talked about it in a different video, is shoot for Nat 4s and Origin 4-star characters, right? They are the easiest in quick progression. Okay, now you get to the CP level with lower requirements, the higher Origin star level they are. Okay, you already have a Fire Vanessa, so for 13,000, so you already have that requirement for 1 of them. You have 1 tank. Okay, Ophelia, she is a support. You have that one, good. Okay, you already have Water High, so that's 1 of your melee, and you also have Fire Lucian, which you're almost there. You're almost there. The way to get her over that CP mark, just awaken her 1 more time, okay? And then also, you have 5-star, 6-star gear. Try to replace this piece of gear with a 6-star piece of gear. That will help a little bit in the CP rating. Let me check your skills. If you put some skill buns into her, that'll increase her CP a little bit more. But definitely work on that. You could even raise the potential a little bit, which you already did. So you're just almost there, okay? That's the problem with Nat 5s. You have to be lucky with RNG or select summons to be able to get over that CP range. Okay. Now, if you look at Origin Nat 4-star characters, they're easier to get. Okay. You could easily get some melee range, whatever the case may be, from shards or whatever, like Ishmael. This could be your 2nd tank for your tank team comp. Just farm the shards of it, get them to a higher transcendence. What I found out was with my Fire Enoch, I transcended him, I think, once to level 62, and then I had him at the 4th awakening with 5-star, 6-star gear, and he hit the 15,000 CP rating, and that was with low skill ups. So the best way to get there quickly to floor 12 and able to farm more Supremes every single day to get to the end game mark definitely go with Origin 4-star characters. Now, you got to be careful because you don't want to put your resources in something you might not use in the future. So definitely make them your worthwhile, your meta Origin 4 stars. You could do, ignore defense. Charlotte's, Enoch's are great. There's a lot of different other ones. I mean, even a fire Usher or a fire executioner for your 3rd tank and 4th tank, those will all work. Okay, the best way to get awakening stones, if you're already done the daily floor 11s for supremes, just farm floor 10 whatever day it is. Like today is fire dungeon day, just farm floor 10 for 150 runs or whatever the case may be. On average, 150 runs will get you 60 graders. You'll have 3 more extra supreme stones. If I'm really in a focus to awaken something, I will farm floor 10, whatever day it is, all day, and I will get an extra like 9 or 12 supremes just on that day. So it's definitely worth. Servant wise for floor 12, it doesn't really matter. It's just a gear check and a progression check for CP. Once you're at that higher level CPs, it won't matter. I mean, you could pretty much take anything and be okay in floor 11 and floor 12. You just have to get to that point. The boss doesn't hit hard. Speed matters because of skills and stuff like that. But I like Water Anku for a tank for floor 11, floor 12 because he has a heal over time on his ultimate, which is cool. But you can find gimmicky tanks like that do heal over time, or resilience like execution or something like that. That'll definitely work. But picking out the actual tanks, it doesn't matter. Just go with something that you could see being useful in the future. Your second goal of Abaddon hard is really, it's just a gear check. Like for me, because I'm 9 months behind, I'm stuck on floor 80, and it's just because of the team comp that I have to face. Okay, so it's really just a team comp. I would focus on Water Valkyrie, obviously. Water Heylel because of the shield, heal over time, etc. So you have your support, right? From there, because the amount of area of effect damage that could be in Abaddon hard and can be, it just depends, because some floors have class requirements and things like that. It's hard to say initially. I mean, it's just like floor 12. Abaddon hard is a progression check where you're at in the game. If you have a variety of different servants built and compositions, so it's hard to say. I mean, you're on the right track, right? I mean, you have who you need, and that's fine. I would definitely focus more on some kind of ignored defense champion, or servant, because that's the meta. I mean, it really is. Once you can start one-shotting and two-shotting things, I mean, it's a huge difference, right? Once you are getting to level 70 transcendences for attack-based nukers that aren't ignored defense and they're like more crit damage nukers, then it'll make things a lot easier, especially when you're able to apply armor break. Some you can't apply armor break because they have immunity or whatever the case may be. But that's why I always say ignore defense, because that's like the safe go-to. You can pretty much take that to anywhere except for a dark rem, but you still can. You still can take ignore defense to a dark rem floor and be fine. It just takes a little bit longer. All right, completing all the sanctuary tiles. All you really need is a tank, a damage dealer, and like a support that has a level 5 attack buff or whatever case may be. The best thing for nuker is more like a speed-based nuker, which is Fire Lucian, or you could bring like an ignored defense character like Charlotte's or Water Heide or whatever case may be. You only need those 3, honestly. And what you really want to do is, like what I did was I started a battle, attack buff, and then if the person's fast enough, then I already used their skill 3 as a second global cooldown. Don't always run auto. I don't know if you're running auto, but don't always run auto. Maybe run manual. That's what I did for 3-starring tiles. Again, completing all the sanctuary tiles is a progression check, because it's going to get harder and harder and harder. And then you need, if you're not doing dark or light elements, right, you're going to have an element disadvantage at some point, and you're going to glance, and you might not kill the boss in one shot, and then they might kill one of your servants, and you only have 2-star on that tile. So it's really just a progression. All these are progression checks. But for you, I would definitely focus on getting some kind of ignored defense champion, higher transcended, because you can just take it anywhere. Okay, let's look at some gear. My biggest recommendation for you to progress quick is to awaken as your main team comps. Get this slot 8. This is really your main focus right now. Reason being, it'll increase your CP on all your servants that you're focusing on. It'll increase your damage because you're going to be able to get, an attack percent on ignored defense in slot 8, a crit damage on those crit damage nukers, or even just more HP, more defense. Awakening should be a lot of people's first progression goal. Getting your servants to the 4th or 5th awakening. The 4th awakening, when you start getting passives, like with an ally archangel, getting HP increased, that's huge, right? Enemy Heylel is present, target's passes blocked, Lenore, all these, right? I mean, it's just crazy to have. I mean, they should definitely be a main focus. This is a nice light Sinistra, and she can be you should be your #1 goal, probably, is to, and look at the passive, right? Get this to awakening 4. A Sphinx is present, attack increases by 100%. You have an A Sphinx who is OP. Nature A Sphinx is OP. Okay? This should be your main goal right here. Water Carmilla, like for a 3-man comp, A Sphinx, and then Light Sinistra. Okay? And for the healer, you have Fire Valk, right? That should be your main goal right there. Those 4, I think, should be your main goal. Second account review today is going to be EzraScarlett. So Ezra, you have 3 goals. First of all, you spend a little bit every month. Okay. That is a good thing to note. All right. First is, who should I prioritize for faster times? In general, I think player versus environment development. Okay. We'll go over that. Number 2, where you suggest you should spend money, since you do, and how to use gems. I will go over that. And if, I know this is your 2nd month playing, so I'm wondering where you have spent money prior. So I would like to know that. But you can comment down below where, and I'll tell you kind of exactly where to spend. And number 3, what I'm missing gear-wise and service-wise that would help optimize. All right, thank you, Ezra. So, first and foremost, like Gretel, okay? She is an amazing character to start out with. Absolutely, absolutely. The one thing I did look at is your necklace. This 300 plus attack, I would always go with speed in your necklace, no matter what. Because I'm looking at your stats. It's great attack. She probably hits, I'm guessing, over 1 million. Her last skill is good. But she probably hits over 1 million. It just depends on your subs, your attack subs. However, she's way too slow. Way too slow. You'll be getting 1 ignored defense off. Okay. I understand that you do have Fire Spiegel, and that probably helps. But if you just put the plus 300 attack is not making a huge difference damage-wise. I would just change that piece of gear. Oh, your Fire Spiegel isn't even built. So that's #1 concern. I would definitely build him. You can leave him at 5-star right now. It doesn't matter. All you want to do is activate his passive. Okay? So that you buff like Gretel to go as many times as possible. All you need to do with Fire Spiegel is just put on Eruption and maybe like you know, a defense, or you could do Eruption skill just for his ultimate to do a defense break, which it doesn't really matter, but it's still good to use. You really just want to build him fast so he does the heal over time, defense buff, attack buff as much as possible for your light Gretel. Okay, that's number one goal for you. Now, besides the speed necklace, what else can we talk about? Let's look into gear. Okay, this is how you can prioritize faster times, is speeding up your nukers. Okay, here for example, always put speed in this necklace no matter what. Even if they're attack based champion, you want speed in this necklace for sure. Okay, that will speed up times, that will, more skills are going off. Okay, let's see what you got. Okay, so you did that with Bella, and she's a speed based nuker, so I probably understand why your thought process is just to put attack on that necklace, but it's a flat stat and it doesn't make a huge difference at all. Speed would be way more beneficial to you in that necklace spot. Okay, so this boot right here, definitely change that out for attack percent for sure. You have a Water Camilla, so Water Zeta, unless it's some area of effect servant that you're attacking is attacking you, Water Zeta should never get hurt. Okay, so you don't need that HP percent on that boot. You have Water Camilla, which is a mono element character, so you should be fine there. Okay, but definitely put speed in the necklace for sure. Okay, let's look at Carmilla's stats. They are fine. Probably awaken to the 3rd awakening so you can get the 7th slot, raise that CP for floor 12. Let's look at Light Bella. Speed, crit damage, attack, very good. Try to get that 6-star. If you have crit damage in your helm, okay, you definitely want to raise this to at least 85% crit rate, at the least. I am a maximist, I guess you could call it. Optimist, that's not right, whatever. I like to crit every single hit, even on the basics. Okay, if I don't crit, then your piece of gear right here, the helm, the crit damage, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what you got, right? If this means, you know, I would, like here, this is a great speed rune, right? But I would rather have 20% crit and 4% attack. And yes, I know you might not have the piece of gear right now for that, but if you don't have like 85 to 100% crit rate on someone, the crit damage gear in your helm, it's not going to matter at all. So definitely prioritize crit over even speed for her. I always prioritize crit for damage dealers that isn't ignore defense. Okay, here's another example. Now Dark Dunk is a speed healer, also boosts the skill gauges of your champions. In your necklace slot you have HP, which you should definitely just put on speed. Honestly, I put speed on every single servant I have, even tanks. I'd rather have them have their taunt up a lot faster than just having, you know, 6,000 plus health on a 6-star plus 12. I mean, yes, 6, 12, 18. In PvP, you get 24,000 more health, but at this point in the game, when people are hitting for over millions, it doesn't matter. I'd rather them, like a Dark Ishmael, having the speed to get his 2nd skill up, to get another shield up a lot quicker, or something like that. I always prioritize speed in this necklace for everyone. I would also focus on getting Water Heylel awoken to the 3rd awakening, so you can get that 7th slot and get that speed on Water Heylel so she can use her heal over time and shield 2nd skill. That skill is just so OP. And then once you have the passive and the enemy's combo skills, damage received is 80% while active. This is a huge PvE boost as well. Once you have this shield up, and that's where a lot of the big damage comes from, like in Abaddon, for example. Like just work on her at least to get her to the, you don't have to super transcend her yet. I mean, you should, because you can get one every single month, but definitely work on getting her to the slot 7. You didn't really talk about what Omen or Heide dungeons you are for, and that looks like that could be a problem for you as well. You have really, I guess you could run Omen 10 and 11 with Carmilla, Zeta, Light Gretel, and then Water Heylel. But I don't know how fast you're doing that, or because you don't have speed in a lot of your necklaces. Okay, so I don't know if you're able to do that. My recommendation for you, for sure, is if you're having trouble in Omen, just combine for Fire Blavatsky. Okay, it's in the combine right now. Just do that, put some skill buns in her. She can be 5-star. It doesn't matter. Just build her tanky and fast, and just do a bunch of damage over time with one character, and you'll speed up your process in Omen 11, Omen 12. Now for Heide, you can't use an or defense, so you're kind of screwed there because your main damage dealers are Light Gretel and Water Zeta. Now you do have Light Bella. The problem is she probably doesn't crit every single time because of the low crit rate. So boost your crit rate up. You could do Carmilla, and I think Heide 11 is water, I believe. So that kind of takes Fire Lucian out of the thing. But you have 2 speed-based nukers in Light Bella, Water Blavatsky, and then you have Water Carmilla to tank the front line, and then you can just take Water Heylel. Okay, you have 2 armor breakers here, you know, to be able to get the armor break. Okay, so that's what you should do for, it should work for Omen 10, I mean Heide 10 and 11. That should be good, but your Omen teams definitely need some work, and I would work on probably Fire Blavatsky until you maybe change some gear around, get some high speed. Even put, you can do instead of Water Heylel, you could do Fire Spiegel with Carmilla, Zeta, and Gretel, and you should be fine there too, because Fire Spiegel has a defense buff level 5 and a heal over time level 5. So you could probably do that as well. I take 2 ignore defense comps, Fire Spiegel, and a tank for Omen 11, and it's fine. Okay, number 2 on the list is where to spend money for you, right? Because you do spend money. That's awesome. It's a business, it's a game, they need revenue. Awesome. I appreciate you. I'm a very small guppy, right? So new select pack, no, don't think about that. One of the best things you can buy, besides the auto repeat pack, the $5 auto repeat pack, which you should every 2 weeks to be able to farm in your pocket, battery saver mode, you're good to go, right? Just set it and go. The mission pack for $10, amazing. Okay, for one, you get a nat 5 at the end when you claim everything. Okay, look at all the other rewards too. You get 400 carries, 400 carries, 400 carries, energy, you get summons, you get a skill bun, you get conversion stones, you get a twilight summon, a legendary summon, 10 supremes, more valor, and then you get the nat 5 at the end when you complete 13 or more missions. You have until April 30th to do that, but definitely the best bang for your buck. The other place where you can spend money that would be awesome is, like I said, the repeat battle pack, the $5 one. Okay, definitely get that. You can do the all-in-one pack when you are ready to farm shards for a specific character that you want. Okay, this is, if you spend, this is definitely one thing you should be spending on. Doubling your shard rate. Okay, doubling your shard rate. It's definitely something that you want to do. You could get the level up support pack. These packs were huge. It's definitely the best bang for your buck for carat worth. It doesn't come with a nat 5 or anything like that. So my other option for you is to buy, because I know how much you spend, I'm not going to talk about it, but the perfect pack. So anytime you can get like guaranteed nat 5s, that's the way to do it for end game anyway, especially if you're going to spend. Okay, I mean, you get 2 Twilight Legendary summons, you get Transcend. This is 2 Nat 5s, possibility for 2 more Nat 5s. You get 33 summons, Twilight summons, carrots, the carrot worth, any legendary gear, the carrot worth with the summons and all that for the amount that it is. This is probably one of the better things to buy. Okay, you could buy this if you're trying to budget, but because that's 2 Nat 5s, right? And you get carrots and gold. Okay, but I think mission pack, auto repeat, the shards, if you're farming the shards, and those 2 things are a good way to spend money. So for now, this is just the account reviews that I'm going to do today. I have more people on my list, so I haven't got to you today. I will get to you at some point in time. Account reviews take a little bit longer, so I don't want to drag out the videos, but I will definitely get to your account review at some point in time in the near future. So like I said, if you want to request an account review, comment down below to talk about your in-game name, your server, the top 3 goals you have, and what kind of pay to win or free to play status you are. So thanks for tuning in, and I hope this is helpful if you are in this type of situation that these players are. Check you in the next video. Peace.